So this is our plyo box. So you can use them individually, or you can stack them on top of each other to get them really high. All kinds of exercises you can do on these plyo boxes. Let's get to it. Okay, we're gonna use the plyo box for this next one, and it's just gonna be a straight plyo box jump. So what we wanna do is make sure that we're creating a powerful movement up onto the box, and we wanna make sure that the direction we're headed stays the same the entire time. So the arms have to continue traveling up as you jump. You also wanna make sure that during the box jump, you choose a box that's the right size for you. You wanna make sure that your feet can clear at least a few inches. You can jump high enough to clear your feet a few inches above. If you can't jump and get your feet a few inches above the top of this box, choose a smaller box, okay? All right, so what you want to do is a little bit of a preload to explode, so a little bit of a drop down as you fire up, out, drive your arms up as hard as you can, exhale on the way up, stick the landing, and notice the arms stay up as you land to continue that upward velocity. Perfect landing with a nice easy step back off of the box. Okay, this is an incline push-up performed on a plyo box. So it's a slightly easier push-up than just doing them regular on the ground, okay? You're gonna have your heels as high as you can, okay? Making sure that your shoulders are right over your hands as you drop into the push-up. You may or may not touch your chest to the plyo box here. You just wanna make sure that your elbows stay in line with your wrists, okay? And that you don't allow your hips to sag down to where pressure will go into your lumbar spine. So we wanna try to maintain a posterior pelvic tilt and keep the core engaged the entire time, being sure to exhale as you push yourself up out of the push-up. Okay, this is a decline push-up, and we're gonna use the plyo box. You can see feet are up high on the plyo box, and the angle now is down. He's descending down towards the ground here. So it just challenges the muscles of the upper body a little bit differently. Definitely challenging for your core to keep your hips elevated high enough here. You wanna absolutely make sure that your hips do not drop lower than your shoulders, because that causes all kinds of pressure on your lumbar spine. So engaging the core, really utilizing the chest, shoulders, and triceps. Exhale on the way up out of the push-up. Okay, so we're gonna use the plyo box again, and this time we're gonna do toe taps. The key to this exercise is finding rhythm in your body. You're just barely tapping your toes onto the box, you're landing on the balls of your feet, making sure that your heels don't sink down to the ground, and we wanna try to find some rhythm. You can go faster or slower with this exercise. Faster is gonna be more challenging, but you just wanna make sure that you're timing your legs and your hands together, and you're finding a smooth breathing rhythm that allows you to continue moving throughout this movement. So we're using the plyo box again, and what we're gonna do is a single leg squat. You gotta start by elevating one knee up into the air. You notice that you're staggered off to the side here, so when you drop down, if your foot goes lower than the plyo box, you won't hit it on the plyo box. We wanna extend the leg out in front, but first things first, okay? Arms up with balance, knees up high to hip height, slight bend in the knee. You're gonna try to keep your body weight on your rear heel the whole time. So what I want you to do is lead with your hips driving them back first as you go down into a single leg squat, kind of as low as you can go without feeling like, oh, I might not be able to make it back up. So really pay close attention to your range of motion. Do what's appropriate for you. Make sure that you're extending your leg out in front when you come down, driving the hips way back. Arms come out in front here too to help counterbalance, and then bring your knee right back up to hip height on the way back up. You're inhaling on the way down, and you're exhaling on the way up. So we're gonna use the plyo box again, and this time we're gonna do some step ups. This is an exercise that's utilized to elevate your heart rate. If you have trouble with box jumps, this is certainly a good modification. So what we wanna do here is try to time your hands when you step up with your feet. You're alternating feet as you step up. So whichever foot comes up onto the plyo box last or off the plyo box last, that's the one that you're gonna step up onto the plyo box next. It doesn't make a huge deal if you're not getting the feet right every single time. You just really wanna focus on trying to move quickly and try to focus on alternating feet if you can. Okay, we're gonna use the plyo box again, and this time we're gonna do an exercise called the grip hop. You're gonna place your hands on the plyo box. Your feet are gonna stay close together. This is a core exercise, but it's also a power exercise. So what you wanna try to do is just bend your knees a little bit, and you're gonna hop your hips up as high as you can. Ideally, you wanna try to elevate your hips and stack them over your shoulders, but again, this is a challenging exercise. So exhale on the way up, and then what you wanna do is try to find some rhythm here. So you're gonna hop, and then try to keep the momentum going here. So your toes hit the ground, and you pop right back up. And again, hang time if you can at the top, because the idea is to engage your core as much as you can. So we're using the plyo box again, and this time we're gonna do an exercise called side to side grip hop. First thing you want to do is place your hands onto the back side of the plyo box here, preferably out to the sides, and you're going to bring your feet off to one side. The idea here is to jump from one side to the other, and you're going to elevate your hips up as high as you can when you do this, keeping your feet close to the box because you want to try to stack your hips above your shoulders and your hands as much as you can, trying really hard to engage your core to control this exercise, particularly the momentum and velocity on the way back down. We want to try to go slow speed here on the way down and get your hips up as high as you can. Okay, we're using the plyo box again, and we're going to do what's called a pop over. So you got to have a little bit of a pep in your step for this one. Notice that you're stepping from outside leg in to the bag, right? You got this crossover step, so pay close attention to what Brittany's legs are doing here, okay? So she's stepping in with one foot, over, a little bit of a pop up onto the box, a little bit of that powerful movement just to kind of hop up onto the box. But this is kind of a coordination exercise, right? It's definitely going to elevate your heart rate because stepping up and over this box is challenging for the muscles from your hips all the way down to your feet. Try to move your hands just a little bit to help balance if you need to, right? Stay breathing throughout this exercise and just try to find your rhythm. Okay, we're going to do an alternating side plank here on the plyo box. You could stay just on one side if you wanted to, but we're going to show you the alternating movement today. Feet need to be close on the plyo box up high. Hands are close at the bottom. And you're rotating your feet over, rolling onto your ankles here, stacking your hips, bringing your hand all the way up, trying to reach all the way up as high as you can. Nice, slow, controlled twisting here. This movement's very challenging for the core, the chest, the shoulders, the triceps. So make sure you continue to breathe as you work your way through this exercise and just try to move slowly under control. Okay, we're going to use the plyo box again, and we're going to show you a single leg hop. So what you want to do is place one foot off to the side of the plyo box like this, and whatever leg is up on the box, the opposite hand is going to be up in the air, ready to switch the hands quickly as you drive off this leg. So the idea is to create a lot of power off this leg that's on the box. You're driving through the heel, utilizing your glutes, and as you drive up, you're then going to bring your other knee that's down on the ground. You're going to drive that knee up as high as you can, trying to create power. So you want to really use your whole body together to create this dynamic, explosive movement. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down, and just try to keep your hands and your arms timed with your legs. Okay, we're back with the plyo box here, and this time we're going to do a push-up to a step-up. So it's a combined movement where you're starting with an incline push-up, and your feet are back in the push-up position, shoulders over the hands, explode up out of that push-up, move your torso up high, and step up onto the box. After you step down, do one more push-up, and then try to alternate feet if you can when you're stepping up onto the box. But there's a lot of things to coordinate here, so just try to focus on your rhythm and make sure you keep breathing. Okay, we're using the plyo box again, and this time we're going to do a push-up with a twist, and you're literally going to be twisting your torso here. So you're going to take a nice wide stance with your feet, your shoulders are going to be over your hands, you're going to drop into the push-up position, and as you come out of the push-up position, you're going to push yourself away from the plyo box, and you're going to twist your torso. Now, I really want you to try to utilize your core to twist this torso. You're going to twist off to the side, and exhale as you twist. Quickly bring your hands back to the middle so you can catch yourself here for the push-up. Give yourself one more push-up as you explode back up out and rotate the other direction. Okay, we're gonna use the plyo box again. This time we're doing a pop-over push-up. So you can see you jump back into the push-up position, do a push-up, explode out of the push-up, right? End up with a tall torso here and postured up, ready to step over the box. You see that little crossover step that he does, okay? You gotta cross over the feet, get over the box quickly to the other side. This movement is supposed to be performed fast, but if you need to go a little bit slower to control your intensity, that's also okay. Make sure you have good technique with the push-ups though, okay? Elbows stay over the hands. Also, another modification here is taking the push-up out of it. If you wanna just do the pop over and pop into the push-up position, that's also a way to modify this exercise.